comes the rain again. All right, folks, we're here today, as you can see, at Grant's tomb, and here in the rain. Today's topic, I'm going to tell you, is a little racy. Today's topic is the issue of race relations in America. Here comes the rain again. It's off and on rain all day today. We, as a nation, were at a threshold of a whole new era of greater peace and cooperation between the races. We were right there. And it kind of went poof. This country, its second president in, was all over this. President John Adams, one of my ancestors. He wrote and delivered speeches on this subject of slavery that were ones for the ages. I mean, just beautiful, eloquently, powerfully given speeches and writings. That all likely helped propel a rebuke of slavery across the globe. People say, Europe was under this long before. Oh, no. It's nowhere near that simple neither. Yes, Europe and the world was starting to say, wait a minute, maybe we ought not enslave people from that continent. And then along came America and made it real clear. America was the exclamation point on it. And a handful of presidents later, along came Abraham Lincoln. So how about the American Civil War? Killed their own blood over this here. They died for this cause. There are people today who are like, oh, that was about states' rights and economics. And they think it's that simple. Were you there? They laid their lives on the line. They refused to fall lockstep in with this evil institution of human slavery. And they stepped up. This is the country that shed the blood. This country took that evil institution of human slavery, absorbed it in, and turned it into the American Civil Rights Movement. Massive, sweeping, landmark legislative victories. The liberal left will often say, that beautiful story you hear about how great America is all a bunch of bunk. And what America really is white people came over here, stole the land from red men and women, and went ahead and built it up on the backs of black slaves. Not that simple neither. Those are two chapters, not in a book, but in a series of books in which America, rebuilt all of Europe. It's nowhere near as simple as the liberal left makes it out to be. It just simply is not. And we all must understand that as a white person in America, it's not as simple neither as that was then and this is now. That's got nothing to do with me. It's not quite that simple because we have to have a perspective on this. Imagine for a moment if it was reversed. If it was black people that brought white people over here in chains, slaves to America. White people at the hands of black people. If your great-grandmother as a little girl was beaten to within an inch of her life just for being caught with a book at the hands of black people. If your mother's uncle was hung by his neck in the nearest tree 50, 60 years ago at the hands of black people. And this many years later, there's black people everywhere. Would you trust them? Would you embrace them? Would you shake their hands automatically? See, we have to think like that. We have to understand. This is where it's coming from, is this sort of thing. And it's real, and it has to be considered. It really comes down to the individual. Some racist bastard out here, like this son of a bitch that came and killed that black man who was going after the bottles. Disgusting little man. I'm against the death penalty, but if there ever was a case, this guy would be a good candidate. I say put him in a 6x9 cement steel bar cage for the rest of his life, this little bastard. These white racists exist, and they're disgusting. In the future, I think we can bring that healing process more complete. But we have to listen to the words like what I'm speaking here now. We have to really think about this. We have to address it because the issue of race has been so swept under a carpet and the pile got real big, see? Take that pile out, throw it around, throw it at each other, fight it out a little. It's okay. We're not supposed to be accused of being racists or Uncle Toms at the drop of a hat here. Throw it around, throw it in the air, throw it in each other's face, get rid of it! And then bring that healing process complete. We are all the same thing. We have the same organs inside. We have to breathe air and drink water to live. We're all human beings and we're all Americans. In terms of everyday practicality, there is an us and a them. And a them and a them and of them. It's a diverse world. Certainly this is a diverse country. So it's okay that there's an us and a them. What's important to discern is that it never be us against them. In an ultimate sense, it's just us. An invasion on U.S. soil, that's us. Space exploration, that's us. Sporting events, that's us. If an earthquake happens and I'm standing with a black man, we both get swallowed by the earth. Ultimately, it's just us. Never should it be us against them. And we have to work toward a better, brighter future on the issue of race in America. This 5, 6, 7 minute clip is just the tip of the iceberg of what we need to do to talk about this and shed it and bring that healing process to its full completion as best we can as human beings and as Americans. Grant's tomb. Grant, Ulysses S. Grant, and we're supposed to remember him on this issue, you bet. Abraham Lincoln went through a lot of generals before he finally found his Ulysses S. Grant. Grant won the American Civil War, basically, and then became president to help with the restoration. West Point graduate. There's a lot going on about Ulysses S. Grant as a general in the American Civil War and as a president. Grant's tomb, please understand the importance and pay a visit sometime when you can. Hopefully on a sunny day instead of a rainy Monday like this one. I'm Rob Arnold, and I'm going to say perspective is paramount. Keep the proper perspective.